All right. Now listen, what am I calling for? I'm calling for the following. Back to my point. Anyone that votes for Kamala Harris, setting aside, I mean, her commonomics will crash everything. We will get to that. I promise you before this show is over, we will get to that because it's important. What she is describing is exactly what collapsed. Venezuela, Cuba, multiple countries. Price controls are disastrous. There's no way that a government can come in and nationalize distribution of groceries. The food supply chain will collapse if that happens, because it's a very gentle, sensitive process to get products to the shelves and to our homes with very slim margins. You know, big companies like Kroger. I mean, I know this very intimately, and I'll describe what I do know about what Coca-Cola does just with one brand. And we understand how they move other brands and how when they've got lost leaders, they don't make margins, they have to offset that with higher margin stuff. You start putting price controls in and you don't give them the ability to offset and make margins elsewhere. I mean, you know, as it was described, you start putting price controls on food items. Next thing you know, you're going to go into your grocery store. You're going to be buying socks, you know, because it'll be like, okay, well, you don't have any price control on socks. That's what you're going to be getting at the grocery store. It's going to look like Walmart because they're going to be basically the food stores are going to be gone from the shelves, just like in third world countries and communist countries that have attempted such things. This is way beyond communism. This is an intentional destruction of the United States of America, especially if you consider that they've taken out the top 500 food processing plants. This is an intentional destruction of America. Now, I'm now saying Democrats and Republicans right now must join together to recognize something very important, is that this regime right now, this is a fact, a fact. I don't know of a blue dog Democrat in my family. I don't know about you guys. How many blue dog Democrats in your family would allow or would not be outraged by the fact that they're handing the Taliban $87 million per week? So it was a disastrous pullout. You can sit there and argue the points and so on and so forth. They're literally funding terrorism. And that terrorism is planning to come perpetrate, and they're saying it's imminent, that the Taliban has been sending people and they're about to perpetrate an even bigger event than 9/11. How many blue dog Democrats want that to take place? Funding the Taliban with $87 million per week on top of the 80 plus $85 billion in military equipment? How many of your family members who are blue dog Democrats would ever tolerate such a thing? They're not the Democrat Party. They're not even, I mean, we're not even talking about, forget about her economics plan, her commonomics, and their communist spewage, all right? We're talking about the facility. It's treason. It's treason. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, there's a good enough case right now that they're aiding and abetting the enemy in the global war on terror, and they're about to perpetrate an even bigger 9/11 styled event. We must come together to get rid of that. That regime needs to go. The government's been weaponized against the American people. We have domestic enemies right now that we need to contend with. And I'm going to say to the Democrats too, the conservatives aren't as tough as, you know, they say that they are. They're not. Democrats run circles around us. You guys are well organized with your radical elements that you focus on. We focus on the middle of the road undecided voters. Waste of time. They focus on rallying all of the various radical fringe, you know, leftists, whether it be LGBTQ movement, you know, the radical black left communists, of course. the Antifa types, those communist revolutionaries, they know how to rally those people. They're very, very organized. Now, I'm going to mention one thing, Deb Santilli. How is it that 100,000 people, they're saying, are being mobilized at the DNC, right? 100,000. And do you know what the DNC communists are saying? That they're going to give them an area to express themselves. Can you imagine? They're going to present it as something, mostly peaceful, of course. It's not. They're planning for their final phase. The Maoist communists, okay, are not installed yet. Their installation will occur when they bring the violence. That's how communism comes in to power. Maoism will come to power through violence, and they're getting ready to perpetrate it right now in Chicago.
What if there was a product that could help you control cravings, burn more fat, boost your metabolism, promote healthy blood glucose levels, lower inflammation, optimize insulin sensitivity, support healthy blood lipid levels, and support healthy blood pressure? Introducing Bellatrim. Bellatrim may be the most comprehensive body transformation product in the world. Weight management is more than calories in and calories out. It's about controlling appetite, having a healthier gut, supporting insulin function, stimulating fat-burning metabolism, and promoting healthy blood lipids and blood pressure. A proprietary blend backed by 6 clinical studies. Control cravings. Burn more fat. Bellatrim, powered by nature. Backed by science.
Sign up for monthly AutoShip and get a big discount. Visit pete.bellagraceglobal.com today. That's pete.bellagraceglobal.com. Today.